What's up everybody, Brick Sanchez here today with another episode of Building Lego Hogwarts, and in today's episode I will be showing you where I will be placing the new Gringotts Bank. Now before we go any further, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell and leave a comment as well, that way you could be featured in my next video. And now moving on with my favorite comment on the previous video. Thank you so much to GregorGeek1100 for your lovely comment, and I'm really glad that you like the Hogwarts build. Alright guys, so I'm very excited to see what it will look like with Gringotts in place now, as I've been waiting for a couple of years already to finally add Gringotts down there. As you can see, it's been this very eyesore out there, a big open spot out there, which I don't like at all, so I hope that we're gonna be able to fix that. Lego has also shown some pictures how to display Gringotts alongside Diagon Alley, but most of that was on a shelf and it was never in an alleyway configuration like I have out here. So they have this one picture where you got like the buildings going at an angle to Diagon Alley, to Gringotts itself, but Gringotts is also standing at an angle, so we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do that. I don't think it will look good with the regular base plate grid, but we'll have a look first. Alright, so I have the big set out here, and as you can see it's pretty massive actually. I've also placed the gift with purchase next to it. But of course we're gonna remove this here and place this on the street level. Now I do have a cool project that I want to do with this cave system here. Of course now there's not a lot of options, so you're probably gonna be able to guess what I will do with that. But anyways, let's remove this here from the base plate. First I'm gonna remove this one, as this one tends to fall off whenever you're moving the Gringotts Bank itself. Alright, now I'm gonna have to take the bank and crawl underneath the Wizarding World out here and go to the standing hall. So give me a second for that. Alright, so now for the first option, I've placed it on the left side, facing the right side, and I've like connected the little pathway out there on the left side as well. But I'm pretty sure that anyone can agree that this looks very bad actually, so you cannot even see the front of Gringotts, you just see like the side building out there. So this is not good at all. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to move it 8 studs to the left side. So 8 studs is the smallest base plate that you can have, so I can move it out there. So we're probably gonna get that little thing, this front facade of Gringotts a bit more in the center out here, but I don't think it will look good, but we're gonna try it anyway. Alright, so I've moved it a bit to the left, and as you can see it doesn't cover up that hole anymore, so that's really annoying. So you can still see like the Disney castle and stuff. Then the magical menagerie is completely covered up, so it's really difficult to see it. And yeah, still, the building is still facing the wrong side, so I'm not sure. I don't think that this will work. Perhaps on a shelf it would look good, but like this it's not really nice. So we're gonna try a different option. I'm gonna turn it 90 degrees and check out that type of angle if that looks better. I think it's more intended to be that way, so we're gonna see what that looks like as well. Alright, so now I've turned the build 90 degrees, and as you can see this is starting to look a lot more like it. So we got the facade kind of in the center now. It's still facing a bit to the left side, the dragon as well facing a bit to the left side. But anyways, I've lined up the pathway on the right side, which looks very, very awesome. And I really like the little pathway it creates down there to the magical menagerie. So that's really cool. Let's have a little look out here from a lower angle so you can see the menagerie out there as well. Now this is obviously the best of the two options that we have on the base plate grid. But I still want to try out something else, because as you can see the dragon is still, if you look at the dragon like that, I could probably turn its head a bit to our side, but like the wings are not really facing us, so I really want to have this like straight on view, like I believe you have in the, what is it, the Orlando Warner Brothers Studios, I believe. So I really want to recreate that look, and I feel like the building is facing the left side a bit too much at the moment. And that brings us to the first problem that I have with this set, which I already thought about the first time that I saw the pictures of it, which is that for me it would have been a lot better if the facade was straight on the base plate and if the rest of the building was at a 45-degree angle. I think that would have looked awesome, but at the moment the facade itself is at a 45-degree angle. So to have it straight out here, I'm gonna try out something that I haven't done before in the Lego City, which is going off the base plate grid. Because it's impossible to change the angle and stuff on this base plate itself, what I'm gonna try to do is raise the base plate, put it on top of another base plate at a 45-degree angle using some wedge plates, and I want to see what that looks like. Because if you didn't know already, I'm gonna use this little base plate out here for the demonstration. If you take a regular base plate and you add a plate to it out here, and you take another base plate and you place it on top of it, just let it lie on the studs out there, then you can see it is the exact same height as the one plate on a regular base plate. So yeah, that's a lot of plates in one sentence, but as you can see, I can use this plate and put it on here, and it just stays on there perfectly. So it is possible to put one base plate on top of another base plate, or just a regular plate as well, and still have it like kind of connected to the grid, so to say. So I'm going to try to do that with some wedge plates, with some 45-degree angle wedge plates, and see if we can maybe secure it somewhere with like a hinge plate or something. Alright, so just like in the cooking shows, I've already prepared 2 base plates out here with some wedge plates on them. Now I still have to perfect it a lot more once I get Gringotts on here, but I decided to add in little pads out here as well and some more of these dark tan things to kind of continue on the other pads that we have in Diagon Alley out here as well. Now this one out here should line up perfectly with the dark tan pad that we have on Gringotts itself, but anyways I still have to look at that. But as you can see, we got the nice 45-degree out here, just perfect for a base plate. As you can see, can just slide out there, and then I'm gonna look for a spot somewhere where I can attach like a hinge piece so we can have it secured out there as well. Alright, so I got Gringotts out here. Let's slide it in here. So as you can see, that looks pretty awesome. At the moment you can still see a bit of the transition out there, but I want to cover it all up so it's not visible anymore with some more wedge plates and some more of these 2x2 round tiles and round plates as well. Now the last thing I want to do out here is add this little light. Just add it out here so it will line up perfectly with the rest of them. Now let's have a look from the other side. We still have to put the dragon on out here. Alright guys, now this is what I'm talking about. This looks so much better in my opinion than the previous iteration, as we got the facade of Gringotts straight on into the alley here. So when you look at it from down here or up here, you can just straight on look at Diagon Alley and you can see that big dragon on top there as well, which looks so good and reminds me of the scene, as well as the way it is placed in that Orlando Warner Brothers park as well, which I really love. I really love this top view out here and the way that you can see like the magical menagerie out there on the left side with the 45-degree angle. It just looks so awesome and creates this pretty awesome like Y split out there with an alleyway to the left and to the right side, which just looks so good. Now I still have to cover up that out there. Perhaps I'm gonna make the wall a bit further out here, or I'm gonna add a little shop out there as well. That's also possible, as I want to add a few more smaller shops. And on the left side there, we're gonna connect up with our little Knockturn Alley that we get going on out here as well in the back, which I will be showing you from the other side as well. Alright, so now we get a bit of a look on the back side here. As you can see, we have some overhang here over the table. Now I don't really mind this. The only thing that is a bit of a problem is that it is kind of on the privet drive turf out here. So this road is leading up right inside of the Diagon, the Gringotts building here. But so I don't really mind this because this will all move. I haven't told this before, I believe, but I will be moving my entire city layout to the city room or to the man cave next door, where I will be dedicating a much larger area to Hogwarts and the Wizarding World. So I don't really mind that out here. This is also just like a placeholder for the moment, just to see how I will be transferring that to the other layout. But so anyways, as you can see, now it's here on the road, kind of blocking privet drive, but that's why I don't really mind it. Now we can still access the roof out here, access the interiors pretty easily. So that's very awesome. Now this side out here is a lot harder to film, as it's pretty hard to reach here. So I got my arm here over privet drive, but as you can see, we got this cool alleyway out here. So I'm probably gonna place a little shop out there somewhere, and then I want to connect it up either from this little very small opening here to Knockturn Alley, or from this kind of bigger one, or I will close a shop out here. I'm not sure how I will be doing that. That will be something for the new layout probably. But as you can see out here, I got a little Knockturn Alley built out there from way back in 2002. Now before we end this episode, I just wanted to show you what Gringotts looks like from the other angles in the city. So out here you can see the dragon just popping up right in between those two buildings, and I don't mind that at all actually. I think it looks pretty cool. So let me just go over here. As you can see out there, I really love the view right above 12 Grimmauld Place and the unfinished Leaky Cauldron there. And when we come around the corner out here, it just looks so good in my opinion. So I really love it. I already loved Diagon Alley the way it was, but the Gringotts Bank is really the cherry on top. I really love it now, also with the expansions out here. So now next up I'm gonna try to make some other shops, one out here, two more in the back probably, and I hope to finish Leaky Cauldron as well. But yeah guys, so far today's Lego Hogwarts update. Now I truly hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment as well. That way you might be featured in my next video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one.